Welcome to the From Dust and Ash mod of Dark Souls 1 Remastered on the PC. If you couldn't tell, this was Dark Souls Remastered for the PC. Either way, I've already played some of this. I had some videos that I had uploaded, and I decided I didn't want them to go live, so they're gone now. But yeah, it is time to play some Dark Souls. So this mod changes your starting classes up. Okay. So it also changes the items that you start with as the classes. Like, you start with a whip as a pyromancer instead of starting with a hand axe. Same with this, you start with, I want to say that's the parrying dagger. Or is that the mail breaker? It might be the mail breaker. It's been a minute. I am thinking of starting off as a thief. Just because I feel like that'll be fun. You also get different stuff. This one is what I started with before, but honestly, it's not that good. I don't need attunement slots. A smith box would be nice. Ring of Sacrifice, don't care. Purging Stone, Large Soul. Eh. Probably gonna go with the smith box. Very slim. Face. Don't really care. Normally I go into depth, but it doesn't matter. Bobbed. We'll go with bobbed. Color of dark purple, why not? Name. Plum. I think I'll go, yeah. Go with female. That is a very straight nose. Like, there's just very little of an incline. It's just boom right there. It's just forehead straight into the downward slant of the nose. We'll go with the bun. I feel like that's good. The opening isn't different, though, I believe.
In the age of ancients.
I believe the... yeah, that corpse normally isn't there, so that's different. I'm gonna skip cutscenes that are fairly common, that I don't really need to worry about. That... You know what? I'm gonna go ahead and activate that. That's just a way to track deaths. Every time you die, it'll track it. Oh. Okay, as I mentioned, I have played some of this before. I did get a certain distance into it, but that isn't too big of a deal. I'm still gonna have fun with it. So, elephant in the room, full disclosure, I haven't been uploading. Fairly obvious. I've had reasons for said absence. The primary reason being that I moved. Though... Oh. it has been a minute since I have moved, but the thing is, you know, it's a process, and I wanted to get adjusted. I had to go, believe it or not, I had to go 2 weeks without a internet connection. I went 1 week and I was planning on moving in, which, by the way, I bought a house. I didn't just move, I bought a place. So, yeah, there's that. And yeah, so it's just been kind of hectic, I guess you would call it. Like, I started the process of getting the place, and then I had to go through a bunch of paperwork and stuff.
Regrettably.
That started late December.
Oh, and
Oh yeah, I forgot about that. Oh god. So that started late December, and by late January the house was mine. So, you know, it's mine. I have it. I had to move everything in. That took time. I digress. It's basically, I just had a bunch of stuff going on in my life. I currently still have things going on, but I can't not upload. I do want to stream. I've mentioned that at some point on my old channel, and I did stream a couple of times, but I feel like I really should do that more than record like this. Either way, I moved in. Didn't have internet for a week after I moved in because I was waiting for a router to be mailed to me, only to find out that I was lied to, and the internet providers in this area actually are in this area and aren't, you know, not. So the basic way I could describe this is that I was told through some of these internet providers, I called around to find out what I had. And yeah, so I was told that a lot of these places didn't, you know, provide out here, which is like which is crazy because I'd seen like a truck for one of these internet providers out here. But yeah, so took their sweet time. I canceled the internet provider that I did have, which was T-Mobile, and now I am with Spectrum, who I had beforehand. I've also been going through family issues. Didn't lock on. So there's that, and then I took in my brother and sister's cat because they weren't supposed to have a cat. Long story short, I'd already planned around Christmas time that once I got moved in, I was going to take her. Because I thought she was like a really pretty cat. She didn't scratch on anything that I saw, and she was a very sweet, you know, kind cat. So I was like, I want this cat. I just had a click. Like something just clicked. I was like, I want this cat. So I pretty much decided and told him then, I was like, hey, you know, give it some time, but I want to have your cat. I want your cat. You know, you can't keep your cat, and they'd actually given her to somebody else, but they were mistreating her, couldn't and not taking care of her. So yeah. Speaking of, what's going on? But yeah, the reason I bring this up is I have a cat now, and that's another reason why I wasn't uploading, because that very night that I had decided I wanted to have her, which her name is Isabel, and I will from now on be calling. You looking at the TV? You see my reflection? Huh? Yeah. You see the reflection? Anyways, so she had snuck out and ended up getting pregnant. So I had to wait for her to give birth. And when you know it, oh, what are you doing? My brother and sister were like, oh no, she's not pregnant. She's just got worms. Which, you know, I got them the deworming stuff for her. So she wouldn't have worms anymore. Easy enough to do. Gave her some flea medication because that's where she more than likely got the worms that she got. So I got that situated, and then I picked her up, and now she's behind my monitor. What are you doing? Oh no, you don't. Kitties don't drink root beer. But yeah, so she's had her kittens. They're in this room with me right now. I have a box set up in one of the corners of the room. I don't even know why I came down here. There's nothing for me to do. Whatever. So I now have 5 cats. 4 of them being about a week and a half old. Well, no. It'll be... What are you doing? It'll be 2 weeks Wednesday. This being Sunday. Sunday night, early Monday morning almost. It's almost 12. What are you doing? Why are you walking around on my keyboard? And, yeah, once I figured out she was pregnant, which at first I wasn't sure, you know, and then I started doing my research and whatever, and I was like, okay, she's very close. She was in her last, week and a half when I got her. So, it was at that point I was like, okay, I'm just gonna have to focus on her because, you know, if she's gonna have her kittens in the house, because she's inside I started putting boxes in corners of the house with rags and stuff in it to, you know, because cats go through a nesting behavior when they're pregnant, looking for a spot that is and she jumped off. So if you hear a bell, it's her, Isabel, and I've just got her a water fountain and an endless, basically, supply of food. This isn't gonna do it, right? Nope. Okay, I'm not gonna fight these guys. So yeah, she's, you know, she gave birth. It kind of scared me a little bit because cats can do this thing where they have 1 to 2 kittens and then they just stop for a period of time, upwards of 36 hours, which is called interrupted labor, and they just do it for no reason. Anyways, she had her 4 kittens. The first 2 she had... Well, the first one she had, and then she stopped. Interrupted labor and all that. And then she nursed that kitten, whatever. But then she stopped, and this being the first time I've ever been around a cat that's giving birth to kittens, it was kind of nerve-wracking because I was like, well, I can tell she's still got more in her because you could see him kicking and everything. She just stopped labor, she stopped pushing, labor, contractions, all that. So it had me worried, but okay, this is good chest. So as I said, it had me worried that something bad had happened or something was wrong. But I wanted to give her, you know, the 24 hours that they say is like a normal interrupted pregnancy, which scared me, you know, because it's like I could tell she had more in her, but she just stopped. Anyway, she gave birth to the first one, and then within 24 hours she gave birth to the second one. What are you doing? I wouldn't do that if I were you. You can just go through the front. I have a doorway cut out for you. I don't want you going... What are you doing? Oh, yay. But yeah, she had her first kitten, and then within 24 hours, it was around 11 o'clock, that Tuesday that she had him. Then... Wow, that was weird. Needless to say, or rather, to get to the point of the story, she had her kittens. They are all healthy. I've been keeping track of their weights every day when I get home from work. That's another thing. There for a while, it was just really hectic at work, so I was just really busy working, you know? And I just didn't get around to it, and then, you know, I was just keeping an eye on her. Oh, that would have been great. Keeping an eye on her, didn't want her to have any issues. Wanted to make sure everything was good in the house. I started doing a cooking thing where, if you know or do not know, there's a thing called HelloFresh, which they send you meals that you have to cook, of course, but they give you all the ingredients except, you know, household ingredients most people should have, like vegetable oil, sugar, butter. And yeah, so I've been doing that for the past couple of weeks. It's pretty nice, you know. It's really good food. But yeah, I've just been going through family stuff, going through first-time homeowner stuff, first-time cat owner stuff, first-time pregnant cat owner stuff, getting into cooking, which isn't something I've ever really done, but I feel like I should know how to cook. It's not like I don't know how to cook, it's just that I'm not very good at cooking. But if I make myself cook like I'm doing, then I should, you know, get better over time. So far I've made like a couple of different types of spaghetti. I just made a pot pie tonight, which it's called a pot pie, but really it's just like the filling of chicken, celery, onions, garlic, and carrots. There for a second, my brain wasn't. And then some chicken stock and some thyme, whatever. You know, it was pretty tasty. I've also had some. Okay, so this isn't me being sponsored by them or anything, but I want to say that I haven't disliked any of the meals I've had so far, so I would recommend it. Oh, what? Thought I had my shield up. But yeah, I want to get back into this. I just don't really know what I'm going to be doing. I picked up a couple of games. One of them is Ender Lilies, but it's kind of in a early access stage. I don't really know if that's what I want to play. It looks pretty cool, so I do want to try it out eventually. Then there's also a game called Skull, which I had my eye on for a long time, but decided to not play because I'm a little iffy on playing early access games because, well, some of them are really great, some of them are really not, and if I play a game that's early access too long and I get to the point where I don't... What am I looking for? Basically, I'll tire myself out on a game if I play it too much and it's early access. So, yeah. Skull, Ender Lilies. I picked up Valheim to play with some friends. I don't know if I'll record that. That might be something I stream. I'm just waiting for more friends. More friends to want to play it. I have a couple of people that want to play it. One guy's getting ready to go on a vacation. He won't be back until like the 21st. So that'll be fun. It's a really cool game if you haven't already gotten it and played it. It is early access, and it's one of those games where it's interesting that it is early access with how good that it is, because it is a survival game where you are a Viking and basically you're not on Earth, you're like Valheim. It's Valheim, you know, that's the place that you're at, but you have multiple skills that you level up. It's like an MMO too. Think like Minecraft, sort of. I know that's not an MMO or whatever, but think of Minecraft in the sense that you have a crafting system. It's not all blocky and whatever, but it is like retro-esque, where it's like PS1, or if you've ever seen RuneScape, like old RuneScape, it kind of looks like old RuneScape, but it is controlled like third-person view. You can zoom your camera in and whatever, but you have unarmed, you have swords, knives, I'm sure you have those, axes, wood cutting, I'm sure there's masonry or whatever. Maybe not. But yeah, so it's pretty cool. I'm really looking forward to playing more of that with more friends, because it was just me and another friend, and then that was it. Tried to get somebody else to play it with us, but he didn't want to do it, which is fine. I'm not into forcing people to do something that I want just because I want if they don't want to. You know, consent is a thing. If somebody's not enjoying something, then there's no point in trying to force them to. Okay. Okay, I had to focus. Whoa, that's weird. Backstab. So the cool thing about this dagger, or daggers in particular, or in general, is a better term. Oh, hey. They deal more critical damage. Specifically, this dagger does even more than normal. Though I don't really care much for the shield. This shield is a parrying shield, so the animation is different than the shields I'm used to. I can just easily do that. That's more akin to what I'm used to, but see, it's got a special animation. I hear something big. But yeah, if anybody's interested, I can put pictures of my cat, whatever, in videos and whatever. Oh, hey. Okay. I hear something big. Ooh. Go ahead and get a backstab on you. Backstab you. So this mod's pretty cool. I know I haven't really been talking. Use master key? Oh, because the thief starts with the master key. And this is where this guy is, if you were wondering, because he wasn't in the other spot. Things have been moved, things have been changed, but it's overall...
Well, now.
Well, now. What do you got here, bud? Oh yeah, lightning urns are a thing in this. Bottomless box, repair box. I think I might get a repair box. I might go a dex build this time. I give it to a ferryman. Deformed bronze coin depicting a skull. In Lordran, they serve as a way of communication between the servants of Brave Lord Nito and his ferrymen. Ancient ferrymen are all over Lordran. However, over time, even the memory of who actually served Nito was lost. So simple proof of such a coin is enough for them. Interesting. I will do this, I will do this, and I'll go ahead and buy that.
Thank you kindly.
So... it's easy for me to distract myself, but... the best thing about this whole situation that I can say is that I have a place to myself. I don't have to worry about anybody coming and going. I don't have to worry about, you know, people interrupting me. I don't have to worry about, you know, messing with anybody. Say if somebody's trying to sleep or whatever. I don't have to worry about that. It's just me. I do have neighbors, but, or neighbor. I've got one neighbor that lives adjacent to me because it's a townhome, so it has somebody built on to the left side of the house. I guess if you're looking at it, it would be to the right, but if you're inside, it'd be to the left, if that makes sense. Spatial awareness and whatnot. Dense flint. Oh yeah, that's right. That's a cool thing about this. Whenever you find flints, that opens up different types of arrows and stuff in the shop. The citizens of Undeadburg have always been associated with ranged weaponry, and this dense chunk of flint will allow you the creation of guard-breaking ammunition, heavy ammo, basically. But yeah, so I just need to get back into it, I think, is the key thing I'm trying to say. I just